Hello, and welcome back to the zoo. We have an alert already. Oh, we're low on cash. Right. We knew that. There's so many noises of animals that we don't have yet. Our crocodiles seem to be doing... He seems to be stuck, actually. Sir. There we go, you figured yourself out. He seems to be quite happy. Let's see. His nutrition is okay. Because his meal quality is kind of just okay. Which is important. Let's see. It's good to see the crocodiles looking healthy. You can get a good view of the crocodiles. I suppose the view of the crocodiles is okay. Well, I don't know what you want from me. What am I looking for? Available food. Oh, here it is. Yeah, so we need to... Let's go ahead and do a little bit of administrative work real quick. With our vet research. Let's go ahead and have our vet here researching saltwater crocodiles so that we can get them some better quality food. Let's see, how are we doing on our finances? We have made a tiny profit that is currently going down. Let's see. Ongoing expenses, taxes on income. We're really close to balancing out. But we need to make a little bit more money, I think. We don't have anybody over here. Vendor. Both of our vendors are on coffee break right now, and they're super overworked. Okay. Let's see, we have made quite a bit of money from guest happiness. We've made a good amount of money, but I think we maybe need... Oh gosh, I think we need to hire a couple more vendors. So that we can always have people working so we can be selling. And that's going to raise our expenses, but hopefully it will work out okay. This guy's doing okay, or these guys are doing okay. Let's see. Our female is doing fine. It doesn't look like they've mated just yet. One of the things that we can do is... Oops, not that. We can sort of add these little windows. Since we only have the one viewing area and we don't want the guests to see through to over there, we can go ahead and put in these little covers. And we can make it look a little bit more like the kind of thing you would find in an actual zoo with these 2D and 3D facades. So our snakes feel right at home. Just like they're out in the wild. Ooh, and our money's going up. Maybe. Maybe not. Oh no. Our expenses went up because I just hired 2 more staff people. Maybe we should slap down another store. I don't want to keep spending money, but we need more sources of income. How do people feel? Let's see. This person is hungry. and they have not been educated. There's no food shops. Yeah, I know. Let's see. Guest facilities. Food stalls. And our vet research just finished, so we will go ahead and take a look at that. We can't afford, like, any of it, except we could get a vending machine. Let's see. I've seen these, like, super interesting pizza vending machines before. Maybe we'll try a pizza vending machine. Oh, we don't have money anymore. Oh no. Oh no. We're gonna have to take out a loan. Vet research. Let's go ahead and at least take a look at our vet research. We've done more work on the crocodile. And we unlocked their food level 2, which is definitely good. I think we might have to take out a loan because we are currently sinking money very quickly. Oh god. I'm just like watching the numbers, hoping that they will go up. Oh, good God. We could take out a loan, take out a big $20,000 loan, might be the way to go. I don't think we need to do marketing just yet. Maybe we can just try to increase the ticket price a little bit. Let's say $5 for an adult. They think the ticket price is great, so hopefully they don't get mad when we increase it. We can actually increase the price of all of the things that we can sell. So let's actually, we're going to try and salvage this. We're just going to increase everything a tiny little bit. Like we'll make that $12. We'll make that $30. The expensive pack can be $55, because why not? It probably won't rain, so we won't worry too much about the umbrellas. But it's made a good amount of profit. We only had one unhappy customer. What about over here? Let's see. Guest happiness is 50%. I wonder why that is. Let's see. We can sell little toys and picture books and t-shirts. The adoption packs we want to make sure match at the very least. Yeah, I don't know why the customers are so unhappy, but they do appear to be. Maybe we'll go make these like, just put them up $1 randomly, because we're cheap. What do we got? Yes, we have no security guard. Have we had crime happen? Ooh, this is a new tab. How interesting. Memorials is also a new tab. Wow, there's so many new tabs. Overview? Here we go. I was like, I know there's a crime tab. Yeah, we have not had any crime. Our saltwater crocodile is our most appealing species. We only have 2 animals, so that would make sense. Our animal welfare is pretty good. Here's our ticket price, here's our land, here's our taxes. Guest happiness is pretty high, actually. This is our staff. Our staff is reasonably happy. Our zoo reputation, not bad. Yeah. It's a new year. It's a new year, it's a fresh start, and we're actually making the tiniest little bit of profit. If we can get up to 1,000, that would be really good. It is bothering me a little bit that we don't have a single trash can anywhere. Where do trash cans live? Are they in utilities? No. Oh, God. Guest facilities? Finance. It might also not be a bad idea. Oh, we should totally put a donation box down and see if we can get anybody to donate to our crocodiles. Not that I want to be spending a ton of money right now, but, you know, see if we can get some donations. An ATM is probably not a bad idea. Definitely want some food stuff. Zoo entrance. Where on earth are trash cans? Bins, benches, and security. Here it is. I was like, Jesus Christ. It's bothering me that we don't have a trash can. Where's just like a real generic bin? This is cute, the little wicker bin. Yeah, maybe we'll do where'd it go? Oh God. Maybe we'll just do like a little wicker bin. And we will stick it like right there so that we have a bin at least. Oh wow, look at that. We're doing okay. There we go. Alright, I think we should think about putting in some food and water and bathrooms for our guests, because we definitely want to take care of their needs. And we got more vet research done. Awesome. We've researched the next level on our crocodiles. We're still low on cash. I know. We still don't have a security guard. I know. This is probably going to be a pretty slow growing operation, especially in the beginning, but I want to make sure that we can grow it sort of sustainably as much as possible. Obviously, the beginning there was a bit touch and go for a minute there, but we managed to sort it out. Where's our lovely lady? Here she is. I just want to check on these guys. Oh, we've been inspected. Oh, the vet's been requested. I need to take the vet off of research. Can't cancel. We only have the one vet, and she can only do one thing at a time. She can either research or she can go inspect the animals. Okay, it looks like the inspector left, but we should be able to see. Here we go. Here's the inspection report. Cleanliness is really good. Education is really bad, so we will want to look at that for sure. Yeah. We've got some zoo challenges. Want to earn profit from the info center. Want to adopt some habitat species and increase eastern brown snake education rating. And I keep getting distracted from what I wanted to look at, which is our crocodile here, and it does not look like she is pregnant yet, but that's okay. We'll go ahead and get our vet. Let's see, does these guys need the vet? No, these guys don't even get a vet, so we'll go ahead and put the vet back to researching real quick. We could also have our mechanic do some research. see if he can research the new barriers. A lot of this stuff is already unlocked, which is interesting. Wow, almost everything is researched. I'm not sure if that's just holding over from my previous zoos. We're just gonna roll with it, I think. Let's go ahead. I kind of want to redo this pathing already. I feel like I've done a bad job with it. But let's go ahead and we're gonna make another little path. This pathing is just not gonna make any sense, I think, over here by the zoo entrance. And I one day dream of building an entire reptile house, so this guy may not stay here. Like, maybe we'll take this little spot and we'll build a little sort of pavilion-y kind of area and stick a bunch of the exhibit animals in there. But for now, I want to focus on our guests for a minute. I think that might actually be a really good spot for a bathroom. So for now, we'll just worry about trying to get some food and water and maybe some benches for our guests. So we had somebody say that they were hungry, so let's think about... let's see, I think I want to... Oops, not my filters. What is the... I thought there was a filter for hiding... here we go. Blueprints off. There we go. So let's see, we can get a little vending machine, which is definitely interesting, and we may do, but I think that since we hopefully have the money, getting an actual little stand might be a good idea. So we've got a bakery, a hamburger, like a burger place, ice cream, hot dogs, Mexican, Missy Good, I don't remember what kind of food that is. Monsieur Frite is fries and pizza. I was gonna get the pizza vending machine, but maybe we'll grab like, I feel like the burger place is pretty classic. But the blueprints, I'll have to turn them back on actually. 'Cause those like bear restaurants are really really ugly to the guests, and I don't think we have the time or money right now to maybe we'll see if we can slide them right next to each other. So we'll just do the like super basic, it's not gonna look very pretty to guests, unfortunately, but that's okay. Scenery rating, yeah, 44. And we'll have to go through once we have a little bit more money and sort of pretty up these guys. And once I get the Australia pack too, that'll help. We'll go ahead and, again, jack up the prices just a tiny bit because we're still very low on money. But we can also come in and on the XL, we should put lots of like condiments and stuff. We're just gonna, if it's the XL, I feel like it should have everything on it. But we won't go too crazy. We'll just put some of everything. It's really crazy how like granular you can get if you want to. But you also don't have to. But it all like balances out, so you can raise the price a little bit, but then add all the condiments, and then it becomes more expensive. So we'll just do like lettuce and cheese on this guy, but we'll do lots because I don't know, why not? And now our profit's gone down by like $1. Yeah, people definitely wanted a food shop, so it's a good thing that we got that. Let's see. This person, they're hungry. People aren't too thirsty, fortunately. They didn't put much effort into this spot in the zoo. Well, we're working on it, okay? We're working on it. Let's see. What are these people thinking about the crocodiles? This person's getting thirsty. They've got good energy. The zoo ticket price is fair. Okay. Yeah. We're gonna make improvements. Let's go ahead and look at a drink stall, if we can. There's Cosmic Cow milkshakes, there's Gulpy Energy, Gulpy Slush, Gulpy Soda, Pip Shot Juice, Pip Shot Smoothies. Smoothies sound really nice, actually. But we may just get the basic stuff here for the entrance. Is that gonna be weird? I don't know. I probably should not have jumped quite so quickly into getting both of those, but you know, hopefully it's okay. Our vet is doing good research work. The zoo is still short on cash, but we're still making a profit. We just need to be careful. Ooh, our crocodile's eating. Awesome. That is just a slab of meat. I feel like they improved the animations for the animals, which is really cool. Oh, did you hear that? He's hissing. So these are real sounds that crocodiles make. They put a lot of detail into the animals here. And crocodiles make a ton of really, really fascinating noises, including hissing, like he just did. We've got our lovely lady here. They're also surprisingly fast. Looks like she's coming up to get some food. Still not pregnant. That's okay. We could up their food quality, since we've now researched that. Where is it? Here it is. And it's not going to put our price up too much, so I think we will do that, because it'll make the animals, it'll make them happier. Although her nutrition is still, she probably hasn't eaten yet. Her nutrition is still pretty high. But if you look at his nutrition is at 50, because the meal quality itself is not super great. Alright, let's continue to make some improvements. Wow, these donation boxes have gotten so much money already. I might stick one more in the middle. But what I want to do now, wow, is sing a little song. No, just kidding. That's also not what I wanted to do. I wanted to put some more bins and benches in so that people have places to sit. What is this? Guest barrier. Interesting. So yeah, we're gonna put, I think, a couple of bins around. We'll go ahead and stick one here by the food and drink. Oh, and we should also come look at the drink place. We haven't done any work zone stuff. We definitely will want to do that. We're gonna go ahead and put lots of ice in all of our drinks though, because it's gonna be really hot here. In fact, we can look at the heat maps, and we will see the literal heat map that will tell us how hot it is. But we are going to also up the price of the drinks, I think. So I think we're going to make them like $7 instead of 5. 7. There we go. Okay, and we're going to put down lots of bins, lots of benches, so that our guests have places to throw things away. So go ahead and set a bin down here by the animals so that there's no excuse for people just leaving trash all over the place. We'll go ahead and put a bin over here as well. Yeah. Let's see. Maybe we'll grab some little picnic benches. That's kind of cute. This is kind of cute. Yeah, I know it's the Arctic picnic bench, but it's still kind of cute. Or we might just get some like classic picnic benches. Throw a little umbrella over here. And oh, that's weird. I guess the picnic benches have to be on the paths. We'll have to think about this. Let's go ahead and get rid of that then. Ooh, I like this guy. Maybe we can add a path real quick. I have not... This is quite a bit of... There we go. Alright, so there's something. And maybe we're just gonna add a lot of like weirdly crisscrossing paths, I think. Just to give us places to put things. And yeah, let's go ahead and see if we can't pop we'll pop this big old picnic table. We'll pop like 2 of them over here, and we'll throw a couple of umbrellas so that there's some shade, because it's probably pretty hot out here. Let's see. Those are all of our bins. Let's go ahead and look at a couple of benches as well. I kind of like these little New World benches. And we'll go ahead and give people some spots where they can sit down and look at our animals, so that you don't have to stand everywhere you go. Put a couple of benches over here as well. Yeah, now it's getting a little bit better. Oh, those are kind of fun. Oh man, look at the Indian picnic benches. Those are super cool. Maybe we'll pop one like over here, so people have some different options. Security. Let's see. Let's definitely put a "Do not feed the animals" sign. Probably a couple of them. Do not feed the crocodiles. Let's see. The security stuff is very new. Oh wow, and there's like whole ass restaurant tables. That's cool. Let's see if that makes it a little bit better. Yes, I know we still don't have a security guard. We'll probably hire one of those soon. I'm visiting the zoo. That's always been so funny to me, that your little like zoo avatar can visit the zoo. Looks like she's leaving. Where were we? Let's see. The animals are happy. The tickets are there. The guests are pretty happy. The zoo reputation, we still need to get our marketing and our conservation up, but I'm not too worried about that just yet. Let's see. So the guests are thirsty. We might throw like a vending machine down so that they get a little bit more drink. They're a bit hungry as well, so we might make a couple more water and food places. The ticket price is fair. The zoo feels small. The view is good. The price is good. The view is good. The information center is too expensive. Oh no. Time to go home. There's not enough to do here. That's fair. Toilet need. Definitely want to get some toilets pretty soon, I think. And we've got some vet research. Oh my gosh, there's always so much to do. Let's make sure that we don't need our vet to come check on the animals. The vet is requested, so maybe we will have our lovely vet, our lovely talented vet, maybe we'll have her take a break real quick and go check on the crocodiles. We definitely want to get to researching the eastern brown snakes as well. This seems like a good place to maybe put some more shop things. So let's give the guests a little bit more to do. Okay. We want our guests to spend lots of money. Oh yeah, and we should totally give them an ATM now that we have enough money to make that happen. We'll go put some conveniently placed ATMs over here by our shops, I think. And let's go ahead and take a look at some of the merchandise stuff. So I actually kind of really like these counters that we have here. So this is just a memento, I think. Yeah, so we can do the Hat's Fantastic and the Looney Balloons, which we'll see how big the Hat's Fantastic counter is. There we go. Pop down another little memento stand. I'll definitely want to And one of my favorite things about these guys is they actually, if guests come over here and they buy hats, you'll actually see them wearing it. So I was going to leave the prices, but who am I kidding? We can use it right now. And honestly, if you've ever been to a zoo, everything is always very expensive because this is how zoos make their money, and running a zoo is very expensive. So yeah, I don't feel too badly. Before I go and hire a bunch more staff, let's go ahead. I think she's probably done with her checkup, so we'll put her back on that. I wanted to look at this. So all of our staff kind of has a high workload right now. So I think let's go ahead and see about training our staff to see if they can handle their workload a little bit better that way. Our caretaker's actually doing just fine, but let's go ahead and see if we can't train up some of our staff members so that they work a little bit faster and don't feel quite so overwhelmed, because we've only got 2 spare shopkeepers for all of the shops that we have, and we don't have a security guard at all. How much is our staff wages? Like 1,500 so far. And we're making pretty decent money, mostly from our shops and our donations. Our ticket price isn't very high. Yeah. Let's see. Look at them just throwing money. Throwing money into our donation bins. Ooh, this looks like another congregation spot. Let's go ahead and put another donation bin in. Where was the donation bin? The inspector came. Oh yeah, we need to upgrade our educational facilities. Let's, where is it? Here we go. Let's go ahead and put a donation bin over here so that our guests can be inspired to donate. And before we put more guest facilities in, let's do some educational stuff. We can have an animal talk. There's education boards. There's these little speakers. Education boards. Let's see. This little terrarium is really cute. I found it on the gallery. It doesn't actually have an animal in it, but it might be fun to put in our little reptile house someday. Let's see. So there's these conservation education boards. We definitely could throw some of those down. A little giraffe height station. Education station paw print and soundboard. Here's our little education boards. Screen mount. A vista point. That's new. Don't know quite what that is. Music speaker, memorial plaque, a habitat webcam. That could be really fun. A hippo underwater viewing dome. That's cool. A little exhibit education board. Let's go ahead and put down some of those over here for our eastern brown snakes. Let's see, we can go ahead and put one right there. A lot of times they end up like right on the habitat. I don't know that we necessarily need to, but you know, let's why not, right? We don't want it to get too crowded in any one spot, so hopefully this will help with that. And now we've got some education for this guy. It's good to see they're healthy. The temperature is right. I can't wait to see the exhibit. Okay, people seem to be liking it. That's good. Oh, look, and our female is pregnant. That's really awesome. Alert. That's really great. That means that they're happy enough and healthy enough to be breeding, and they will have babies, and those babies will be able to be sold, which is seems a little bit kind of shitty, but that's just, it's the nature of it. Somewhere there is a way, I think. Maybe it's not in this window. There should be somewhere to see. Maybe it's in this window. We can look at our animals from here. This is another way to see if they're pregnant or not. Exhibits. It's operational. Oh, this is cool. There's a new food tab. That's new. Our mechanic is probably going to need to come look at the crocodile exhibit soon. But hopefully he can finish up this last research before then. Maybe it's in here. Education. We do not have a ton. That's doing advanced. Oh yeah, no, we don't have anybody doing advanced. Conservation boards, education speakers, audio guides, talks. Let's see. Our crocodile has 1 point of educational bonus. I'm not quite sure why. We don't have any animal talks. I haven't experimented with that at all, but I think that might be something fun to do with the crocodiles. Cool. The research for the crocodiles looks like it's going really well. How are these guys? Do they need vet care? No, not yet. Oh, look. Our girl is investigating this frozen block of fish. Oh, she's chewing away at it. Look at her go. Good for her. How is their enrichment doing? Since they will get bored of their enrichment items, we need to change them up when they get bored of them. So far, seems to be doing okay. Hey, she was still working on that. Is that our vet? It is our vet. Oh, so our vet will come in here. Oh, she's doing research. I understand. She's doing research, so she's coming in to look at them. But our snake had babies! Our snake had babies! So now there's probably way too many snakes in this. Wow, yeah, look at that. There's so many snakes in here. Let's see. Let me click on the snake. Where is she? This was her. This is the one who gave the birth. Who gave the birth? That doesn't make any sense. Social. They have a balanced social group. She's had babies. I think... Where is it? What am I looking for? I think that they like to only be in pairs. We may have to go look at... maybe they're fine having a bunch. I don't actually know. We've had a female, though, who's a bit higher quality, so we may save her. Let's go ahead and look at our animals themselves. It might be a little bit easier to see them. So, yeah, so this was our female that we had before. She had pretty low stats. And then this is the one that was born here. This is our male. He's still not great. But our female actually is a little bit better. She's closer to her dad in stats. So this guy, I think we may quick trade him out so that our snake habitat doesn't get too crowded. And we'll get some money for it, actually. And then this female, we may put in our trade center because we don't want her to breed with her dad. There is actually... genetic diversity in this game, so if animals breed with relatives, they will... It's inbreeding, and so it will result in animals being more likely to get sick and whatnot. So we definitely don't want that. So we will take the female out of the habitat so that she doesn't accidentally breed with her dad. Yeah. Let's see, what else? Let's see how our guests are feeling. Let's see, an overview, I think. Guests. They're still kind of thirsty, they still kind of want the bathroom, and they're not feeling very educated. So we might look into building a little education station over here, doing an animal talk, because I haven't really messed with that at all. But I also think that we should probably put some animal boards, like this guy. I use this guy all the time. He's very simple. There we go. We'll go ahead and pop an animal board in, and we will start educating people about our saltwater crocodiles. Oh, awesome. Our mechanic just finished up his research. And that is all of the mechanic research, so now our mechanic can go and do mechanic-y things and make sure that our zoo does not break. Like that. Like how our facility just broke down. What just broke down? Oh, our ATM broke down. The mechanic has been requested, so we'll call the mechanic urgently. I wonder if somebody broke it. Let's, ATM is broken. We don't have a security guard. The ATM was vandalized. Oh, man. Okay, so maybe we will, since we're doing a little bit better, maybe we will go ahead and hire a security guard. Educator security. Go ahead and hire that. Cool. So now we've got a security guard and it'll stop yelling at us. And our mechanic has hopefully fixed, has fixed our vending machine. And we currently don't have an upcharge, which is a real shame, because pretty much every vending machine ever charges a vending fee. So let's go ahead and fix that. We are visiting the zoo again. Oh my goodness. Oh man, it's really dark. Are there lights? Is that a thing? Bins, benches, and security. Small animal exhibits, staff facilities, guest facilities, transport rides. Man, that's cool. Are there lights? Are there like street lights? Is that a thing? I've been playing a lot of Let's Build a Zoo too. Also, there's only one. It's not a second version. I've been playing a lot of Let's Build a Zoo. And there are street lights. There are lights in that game. And the guests actually will be very unhappy if they don't have enough light to see. So it's just got me thinking about that. And if there are lights in this game that our guests are going to want. But it doesn't actually look like it. It doesn't look like there are lights. So, yeah. Yeah, unclear. Unclear. 45. Let's turn our attention back to this then. I want to look at education. No, here we go. We should also probably put some of the conservation boards, but maybe that'll be in the snake house that I want to build. So let's see. Animal talk seating. I don't really know how this works. So let's just, we'll go ahead and buy some chairs, some like bleachers for the animal talk. Link to an animal talk point. Okay. We're gonna figure this one out together. Animal talk point. Animal talk railings. That seemed to be a bit backwards. Interesting. Okay. Animal talk point. So, can I stick this like right here? Maybe I'll scoot it over a little bit. Maybe I'll scoot it to the other side. Yeah, maybe we'll pop it like right there. So let's see. It's going to be the saltwater crocodiles. Let's go ahead and link to these 3 seedings. Confirm. No habitat to throw food into. Interesting. And no educator. So let's go ahead and hire an educator. Because we don't have one yet. So educator. There we go. And is this person allow standing guests? It's got seating areas. Next talk date in January. Audience capacity. Music. Let's see. What would be... what would be... we'll just leave it without music for right now, because I don't know the music quite well enough. Manage talks. Crocodile enclosure, animal talk. It's open. The next time it's going to happen is January. It's currently December. The years go really, really fast. Oh, the vet did some research. Awesome. And we've fully researched the saltwater crocodile. That's great. Our person is here. They're a trainee. They haven't had any talks yet. I get paid what I'm worth. I'm over the moon with this job. They're presenting animal talks and roaming talks. So that's cool. Yeah, okay. It's almost January. How much is it to get them the really high? We'll get them the good stuff now that we can. Let's see. The scenery rating is really bad. I don't know how to improve that. But that's okay. It's almost January. Oh my god, the bleachers are full of people. December 31st. Hey, look at that. Look at our person. And the crocodile's about to mate. Go to show me. Aww. Wow, he's so much bigger than her. Oh my gosh. What a perfect time to have this little talk. Did it work? Yes! Yes! We're gonna have crocodile babies! Oh my gosh! This is so exciting. I'm so excited. Okay. Okay. I have an idea. We're gonna celebrate. I don't know how well this is going to work, but I'm going to try. There's an egg nest. What is this? What is this? Is this a blueprint? Off. It does appear to be a blueprint. This is so interesting. Habitat bedding. Okay, it looks like the nest thing is a beaver pool. That's awesome. It looks like the nest thing is not a thing, but I want to see if we can't we're gonna see if we can't make a little crocodile nest. So we're just gonna, I don't know how well it's gonna work, because I don't know really if we have the right kind of materials to do it, but we are going to, this is actually working kind of better than I thought it would already. When crocodiles become pregnant, they make nests, and those nests are just like little bits of grass and dirt and mud and like leaf litter and just like all of the ground stuff that one would expect from Africa. And ooh, this is not what I wanted. Didn't want packs. I wanted continents. Yeah, it's just like kind of a big mound of stuff. So we're just gonna see if we can't get some like little planty materials, like some little bush kind of things without overwhelming them too much. Like the little scaviola bush is actually kind of perfect. So we might just do kind of that and have that be our little stand-in for an alligator nest. Yeah, they'll just like mound some stuff up and eelgrass. I mean, we got to make sure we don't over nature their environment, but I do love eelgrass. Could give them a full-on weeping willow. I do think that I will just throw like some, maybe a little banana tree or something, and like a little palm tree. And then I'm done. Ooh, we are gonna actually mix these little staghorns in, because those also look pretty good. River bush willow. Love those things. Papyrus sedge. Oh man. These crocodiles have so much more plant matter than they care for. I mean, it's still within their normal range, so I don't feel too bad. And just like let's see, let's put it on the other side, because that side's looking a little busy. I really want just like a little palm tree. A fever tree? I have no idea what that is. Are there any little palm trees? Those are big palm trees. There's a little palm tree. Perfect. Does this... How well would this blend in? Not well at all. Let's see. Maybe we'll give them some, like, big flat rocks, too. I bet they would like a nice little basking rock kind of a thing. Some animals actually will require having rocks in their habitat, but we'll give these guys just like... Oh, that's little. That's really cute, actually. Give these guys just like some rocks, because I don't know. Rocks exist in nature. I really don't know what I'm doing. I'm just... That's really big. I'm just kind of... Oh my gosh, why are all these rocks so big? Just kind of throwing things around and seeing what... Oh my god. What sticks. There. Okay, I'm gonna stop messing with it. I'm gonna stop touching it. The inspector has visited our zoo. Wow, look at that. Our education facilities went way, way up. There's not too much for him to inspect right now, so that's probably why his inspections go so quickly. I think... Wow, she really loves... she really loves these... Yeah, she loves this ice block. But that's exactly what I thought. Her offspring are eminent. So we'll go ahead and check out our vet research real quick on the eastern brown snake. And then we will keep an eye on our lovely crocodile lady here. And hopefully she will be having her little babies very soon. Is it baby time? Let's see. Here we go. She's laying down. It might be baby time. It's baby time! She had one. Just the one? Looks like maybe just the one. Let me out. Jesus Christ. It looks like we have had just the one baby. We have this one, Dia. I think we're gonna rename her, maybe, if I remember how to do that. Oh, here we go. We are gonna call this one, I think, Sheila. Because, it's very Australian. But look at her. She is gorgeous. She's a little juvenile, so she can stay in the habitat as long as she is a juvenile. She seems to be quite happy and healthy. When crocodiles actually hatch, they are definitely not this big. Not at all. But that's okay. We're taking some liberties. There's also usually like 40 of them. They hatch out, and they're super tiny, actually, and they make the cutest little, like, sound whenever they're in distress. And part of the reason why they do that is because crocodile parents are actually surprisingly affectionate. It varies from species to species. Some are more hands-on than others. Crocodile females will jealously guard their nests. Once they lay their eggs in their little pile of leaves and whatnot, they will absolutely make sure that nobody gets anywhere near it. They won't let anybody touch their eggs. Once the eggs hatch, though, it varies from species to species. Some of them will just be on their own as soon as the eggs hatch, whereas others are actually cared for. And there's actually, you can see pictures of some crocodile alligator species who will carry their babies in their mouths. It's really, really cute. So the habitat is good for her. The environment is good. The enrichment is good. You can see her parents are in the zoo. Sipta is hungry. That's not good. Yeah, so the adult population maxes out at 2, but since she's a baby, she can stay for now. Her size is moderate. Her longevity and fertility are good. Her immunity is moderate. She's grayscaled with dark markings. I think that one of her parents is like green scaled, maybe. She's got pretty high appeal, probably because she's a baby. She's currently 1.13 meters long, so she's a little over 3 feet. She's like 3-4 feet. I think that we definitely are going to want to keep her, so she won't reach maturity for a little while. I don't think they reach maturity until like 15 years, so she'll be able to stay with her parents for a good little bit here. But I think what we might do is we might build a second or even 3 like crocodile habitats. This habitat's really big, actually. It's way bigger than our crocodiles need. If we look at like them specifically, we can see that the land and water is like pretty much double what they need. So what I might actually end up doing is I might like cut this exhibit kind of in half, maybe expand it a little bit this way and make a second exhibit, and maybe even make a third exhibit, so we can have several breeding pairs of crocodiles sort of going all at once. And that way we don't have to get rid of our little Sheila. I certainly want to keep her around for the time being. But our vet is almost done researching our animals, which tells me that, A, we should probably hire another vet so that our poor vet isn't doing everything, but B, that it's probably time for us to get some more animals. So we might start working on our little reptile house, getting some more exhibit animals, which we could actually start like buying some of them, or at least doing some window shopping. So let's see. We want to get boa constrictors. Eastern brown snake we've already got, so we don't need to keep looking for those. The Gila monster is definitely a good one. The green iguana, the lesser Antillean iguana, the yellow anaconda. Let's see, what else would be good? That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Actually, 6 is kind of perfect. We can do 2 rows of 3 going down the middle, and then we might eventually get like an insect house. There are definitely other snakes that we could get, like the death adder. the Goliath frog, the poison dart frog, the puff adder, the diamondback rattlesnake. So we could definitely expand to all of the snake species. But for now, I think starting with those would be good. We also could do like a little insect house with the beetles and the tarantulas and the scorpions, even though I don't really like insects that much, or don't really like arachnids that much. But let's go ahead. Whoops. Let's go ahead and confirm. Because we're not searching for the eastern brown anymore. So let's go ahead and confirm that. I want to sort this by species. There we go. So I think we should probably pick up this boa constrictor since it's the only female. And then we can try and get a good quality boy for her. We don't want to spend too much money, obviously. Oh man, there's not a lot of Sheila monsters, and she's really bad quality, so we'll wait on that one. I don't know if we should focus on the snakes or if we should get the iguanas too. I guess for now we'll focus on some snakes. Let's see, she's pretty good. Let's go ahead and grab her. He's not very good though, so maybe we'll wait to find a mate for that one. We'll go ahead and grab, or we'll look at least at, let's see, we don't need the boa constrictor anymore. Let's see, the puff adder, western diamondback, confirm. I don't want to get this low quality male. What do we got? Ooh, vet research. Awesome, so that should be the eastern brown snake all researched. And unfortunately we can't research the other animals until we actually put them in the zoo. So we will just leave it for now. Okay. One last thing that I want to do before we go is we're going to come into the Eastern Brown exhibit and we are going to... Oh, they had babies again. Okay, well, we'll look at that in a little bit. But we now have them fully researched, which means we can put a bunch of enrichment in for them. So this is going to make it feel a lot more like home for them. So we can add in some camouflage. I don't know what that did. So, oh, there's a little bit of ground camouflage over there. I did see that one. And it looks like this one is over here somewhere. Just some like low growing plants. We can give them a couple of rocks to climb on. Let's see. Yeah, that seems like a good spot for a rock. Yeah. And a couple of little tree branches, maybe over there. Definitely like that one. And that one is good. Yeah, I usually just end up kind of maxing them out, because I want our animals to be happy. So let's look at the new babies really quickly. We have a bunch of animals now. Let's see. So this is the one that we saved in the trade center. She's pretty good quality. Now we've got a couple of really good quality though. So let's go ahead and put these guys in the trade center. We're not going to want to breed them specifically because they are siblings, and so we could run into some issues with that, but we can keep them for future reference. This one now we're going to go ahead and trade out, as well as, let's see, this is our new baby. He's also pretty high quality, and then these are our original parents. So we'll go ahead and quick trade out those two for some extra cash. And we'll say that we are trading them off to another zoo so that they can have them, or that we are putting them in, releasing them back into the wild. The eastern brown snake, I believe, is native to Australia, and our zoo is in Australia, so We just took them out into the bush and released them. That is, however, going to have to do it for this episode, guys. We, I think, made a lot of progress. We successfully bred our eastern brown snake a few times now, and we even had our first baby crocodile born, which I'm so excited about. Where is that little one? There's that little snapper kicking around. Unclear. Oh, unless this is this the mom or is this the baby? That's our mom. I don't know. I don't know where our little baby went off to. Could be hiding, like in the bushes or something. Or, yeah, I don't know. Our little baby is off somewhere, probably being a baby crocodile. Yes, we successfully managed to breed our saltwater crocodiles finally, which I am so excited about. We got the guests a little bit happier. Let's see. Yeah, this person's doing pretty good. Yeah, we finally got some food and drink for them, got a couple of merch spots. We'll be expanding this little plaza and hopefully turning to decorate it pretty soon. But the zoo's a little bit boring right now, so we definitely want to spend some time improving it, making it just look a little bit nicer. We might throw down some decorations next episode. I think we might start building our little reptile house over here somewhere, and start thinking about what our next exhibit animal that we want to get is going to be, for sure, as well as expanding probably the crocodile area, which I'm very excited about, because I think crocodiles are great, and I want them to be the star of the zoo. That is going to have to do it for us for this one, though. If you have ideas of what animals you want to see us get next, if you have names for animals, I know I just went ahead and named our little baby crocodile, but hopefully we will have many more crocodiles born here in the zoo. So if you want to name a crocodile, if you want to name some of our staff members, if you have ideas for ways to decorate this rather sloppy looking little entrance place, I will admit, we definitely want to redesign this area. We also probably want to dive into the heat maps a little bit next episode and see what our guests really are missing. Yeah, make sure you leave any suggestions you have in the comments. Leave a like if you enjoyed it. Go ahead and subscribe if you want to see what happens next, if you want to be involved in the slow growing journey of our zoo. But yeah, until next time, bye-bye.